So I brought it up with someone else on the show, and they were like, I have never heard this before, but you may have. So someone I know is telling me that they were a guest at a family member or family friend's wedding, and I think it was in Florida. It was out of town.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get the request sometimes, like, wear all white or wear, like, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
They had the guest wear specific, like, down to the specific. Guys had to wear this specific kind of linen suit.
Nope.
Women had to wear this specific or out. Like, what?
If you're going to do that, you need to supply that wardrobe.
Right. Like,
I'm so sorry.
It's already costing money just to, like, find a new outfit if you want to or need to, depending on, like, you know, maybe you don't have a cocktail dress right now or it doesn't fit you.
Yeah.
You gotta buy something, right? So, but so specific. Like, that to me is like asshole territory.
Absolutely. If you're going to have a color-coded dress code, it needs to be something that you can picture every guest on your list already having in their closet.
Yeah.
So, like, often, you know, a lot of my weddings are black and white or on the moodier side. And so oftentimes my couples want their guests in all black.
Yeah.
That is a really standard thing. Every single man has a black suit.
Yep.
Or close to black.
Yep.
And every single woman has a black dress in their
And if they don't have one that maybe fits right now, they're willing to invest in that because they're definitely going to wear that again.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a classic thing. But if you're like, I want everyone in slate blue and gray and khaki, like, I've gotten invitations like that. And I'm like, what am I wearing to this wedding? Like, and then you spend hours upon hours trying to find an outfit.
yeah.
And then you're not even photographed.
So, right. Unless you're taking it yourself.
Yes.
It's done it professionally. So keep it more basics. Blacks, say neutral colors, pastels.
You can
wear
say
bold
bright colors. Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it to where it's like people can find something they're comfortable in their color zone,
Absolutely.
but can still look, because Patrice Catan, you know Patrice Catan?
Yes.
So she always says you're painting a picture with your bridal party and you kind of are with your guests as well. So kind of like keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But don't be an asshole and be so hardcore Bridezilla specific.
Don't send a style guide.
I've heard people recommending doing that now, and I've been on the fence. Like, is that really like where we're going with this? Are we that serious now?
It's gotten out of control. And listen, I care. When I get a gallery back and there's someone in the back wearing like a bright red dress in this like very neutral wedding, I am asking the photographer to go back in and like remove them. But you cannot control your guests. You are already asking them to set aside a day, potentially travel, money, giving you a gift. You cannot ask them for another thing on top of that.
Yeah. So with saving money, let's talk about some wow factors that we can do in the different areas, right? So what's a wow factor that we can put our money towards, but it's not going to break the bank when it comes to decor?
Dance floor.
Yeah.
That is where you need to spend your money. The most important moments of your reception happen on that dance floor. I'm sorry, people don't care about the florals on their table. They don't care about how expensive the linen was. They don't care, that you had even this like huge hanging installation or things like that. But what they do care about is having a distinct place that they know they're going to be for the rest of the evening. And your photographer is always going to love a statement dance floor. They're not that expensive in compare.
What about, okay, well, you said when it comes to your tablescapes and decor and that. So like, keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Honestly, the chicest weddings have all candles.
Yeah.
And I love a good floral. Some of my favorite people in this industry are florists. And if you look at my portfolio, you'll see a lot of floral.
But you also have a lot of couples that like they love.
Absolutely. But also if you look at my work, the floral is in areas of high impact, right?
Right.
So where I'm investing in floral for my clients is typically the most photographed places. Things like the ceremony, things like the dance floor, things like the head table. Your guest, when was the last time you went to a wedding and you remembered what the centerpiece looked like? You don't.
You're forcing me to think back now, but the last one I can think of, I remember saying to the person I was with, I kind of feel like I'm on that show, 4 Weddings on TLC, and I'm having to judge right now, and I don't want to be judgy of my friend's wedding.
Yes.
It wasn't bad. It was just like, I feel like I've seen this.
Yes.
And you don't want to be bitchy, but I would never say it to them,
no,
obviously.
Of course
but
not. But it's not what your guests care about.
No.
It's more about creating an atmosphere.
You know what I care about as a guest? if I can't see across the table, talk to
Yes.
somebody because your floral is so fucking high.
Trumpet faces,
Stop it
tall
with it.
centerpieces. They also look incredibly dated. I'm so
Yes.
sorry. Big trumpet faces with plumes of spherical floral on top of them.
Yes.
I have seen people take the centerpiece off the table.
Absolutely.
I have taken centerpieces off of tables.
Because you can't talk and interact.
No, absolutely
please
not.
Cut it out.
Yes.
Stop
And
it.
also, if the centerpiece is too big, that there's not a place for you to put things down on the table, you've also not done your job, right? Again, it comes back to the guest comfort. If they're like elbowing and don't feel like they can relax at that table, don't feel like they can talk to the person across from them, don't feel like they can put their phone down on the table, there's no place to put their cocktail glass that they brought with them.
Yeah.
Those are things that you're going to see people messing up what you've spent thousands of dollars on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we're trying to save you. Don't waste all that money.
No. Areas of high impact. Your guests do not care what's in front of them as long as it's functional.